Hello students, welcome back to fourth problem on calculation of financial leverage and EPS. We just look at the problem. Problem says that Lakshmi Industries Limited has an equity share capital of rupees 6 lakh divided into shares of 10 each. So means its existing capital structure consists of only equity. Try to understand, its existing capital structure consists of only equity. A proposal is made to expand its capacity at a cost of rupees 4 lakh. The company has the following financial options to raise that additional fund of rupees 4 lakh. Means organization is in need of rupees 4 lakh. So it has certain options. What are all the options? Entire 4 lakh to be raised by issue of equity share. This is option number 1. Then entire rupees 4 lakh is to be raised by issue of 15% secured redeemable debenture. This is second option. Third option, rupees 1 lakh to be raised by issue of equity shares and 3 lakh to be issued by way of 10% non-convertible preference shares. So this is what third option, in the sense as organization is in need of fund of rupees 4 lakh, it has how many options with it? It's having 3 options with it. One is raising 4 lakh entirely from equity. Second one is raising 4 lakh entirely from debenture. Third one is raising finance by relying 1 lakh or by raising 1 lakh from equity and raising 3 lakh from preference. These are the 3 options. Here they asked us to calculate financial leverage and EPS and which option is better from the point of EPS. And they asked us to calculate financial leverage in all 4 options. So 4 options means actually there are only 3 options. There is no 4 options here. First one, they consider it as existing. It is not necessary to calculate for existing in this problem, because what was EBIT during existing situation is not given in the problem. They mention what is EBIT. Try to understand. The EBIT of the company after the capacity expansion is rupees 2,50,000. So they had given EBIT after capacity expansion, means after rising 4 lakh. They have not mentioned what is EBIT before capacity mention, means during existing situation. That's why I am not solving this problem taking existing option as first one or existing situation as first one. I will solve this problem only for 3 options. Option number 1, raising extra funds from equity. Option number 2, raising funds from debt. Option number 3, raising funds from equity and preference. Did you get my point? So when you look at the solution, try to understand, this is what the solution which was sent second time, not the first time. Don't refer first time solution on fourth problem, refer second time solution. You have to make small changes in the financial statement. So instead of existing option, you write it as option 1. Instead of option 1, you write it as option 2. And the last one, it is option 3. Don't write existing option. I took format of previous problem. That's why I forgot to change particularly the column name. The first column name is option 1. Second column name is option 2. Third column name is option 3. I am not calculating EPS or financial leverage for existing situation, because under existing situation what was EBIT is not given in the problem. If it was given, definitely I have to calculate, I should solve for all 4 alternatives. Did you get my point? 4 alternative means existing situation is alternative or option number 1. Next 3 are option number 2, 3 and 4. But here we are restricting only for 3 new options, not to the existing situation. Did you get my point? So now, no information on sales, No information on variable cost, no information on fixed cost. We should start with EBIT given in the problem. It's clearly given EBIT after capacity expansion is 2,50,000. So option number 1 250, 2 also 250, 3 also 250 minus interest. When you look at option number 1, you are rising entirely from equity. So there is no debenture. So no interest to be payable under option number 1. Try to understand, this is very important. When you calculate interest or preference dividend under new option, try to understand, you should look at existing capital structure also. When you look at existing capital structure, it consists of only equity. There is no debenture, there is no interest. So, in case in the new option where you are raising funds entirely from equity, there is no debenture. But if existing capital structure consists of debenture, even under first option you have to pay interest. As in this problem, existing capital structure is not having debenture and first option is also not having debenture. So, interest is nil. Did you get my point? So, second option, you are raising 4 lakh from what? 4 lakh from equity. So, you are raising entirely 4 lakh from equity. So, 4 lakh from debt. How? 15% secured redeemable debenture. 15% on 4 lakh you have to pay as interest. So, you need to pay 60,000. This 60,000 plus if existing capital structure consists of debenture. So, as existing capital structure is not having debenture, so only 60. Then when it comes to third option, you are raising funds from equity and preference. So, try to understand, you are raising funds from equity and preference. So, there is no interest. Existing capital structure also not having debenture. And third option is also there is no debenture. So, nil. So, you will arrive at EBT as 250, 190, 250. Means 2,50,000, 1,90,000, 2,50,000. Then you have to deduct tax. As tax rate is not given, I assumed 50% as tax rate, 50% of 250, 190 and 250. I arrived earning after tax as 125, 95 and 125. Then I should deduct preference dividend to arrive at earning available to equity shareholder. Under option number 1, you are rising entirely from equity, so no preference. Plus existing capital structure also no preference. So, preference dividend is nil. Under second option, you are raising funds from what? Debt. So, under second option no preference. Existing capital structure also no preference. So, dividend is nil. When it comes to third option, you are raising 1 lakh from equity, 3 lakh from preference at 10% rate of dividend. 3 lakh rupees into 10 is 30,000 plus existing capital structure is not having preference. So, 30,000 plus 30,000 dividend you need to pay. Now, we arrived at earning available to equity shareholder 125, 95 and 95. So, how to calculate financial leverage? We know EBIT divided by EBT is financial leverage. So, I arrived 1 as financial leverage under option 1, option 2 1.3157 as financial leverage, in option 2 it's 1. Then I have to calculate number of equity shares. So, under option 1, option 2, option 3 to arrive at EPS, because the formula for EPS is earning available to equity shareholder divided by number of shares, number of equity shares. So, under option 1, you are raising entire 4 lakh by issue of equity. So, par value per equity given under existing capital structure was 10 rupees. So, I assume same par value for new equity under option 1. So 4 lakh divided by 10 means 40,000 number of equity shares, plus existing capital structure consists of 6 lakh equity capital of 10 each. 6 lakh divided by 10 means 60. So 60 plus 40 is the number of equity share if you go for first option. So 1,25,000 is earning available to equity shareholders divided by total number of equity shares is 1 lakh. So EPS is 125. When you look at second option, you are raising funds from debt, no new equity, but existing capital structure consists of 60,000 equity, old equity. So earning available was 95,000 divided by 60, 1.583 rupees. Then when it comes to third option, you are raising 1 lakh from equity, 3 lakh from preference. So 1 lakh divided by 10 means 10,000 number of new equity shares. So 60,000 existing shares plus 10,000 new shares, totally 70,000. So 95 divided by 70, you will arrive EPS as 1.357. So this is how to calculate EPS. So they asked which option is better from the point of view of EPS. So from EPS point of view, second option is profitable. What is second option? Why second option is profitable? Profitable to equity shareholder. EPS is high in case of second option when compared with first and third. So what is second option? Rising entirely 4 lakh what you need for expansion or new project from debenture is profitable. It results in more earnings or more EPS to equity shareholder. Not more earnings, more EPS, earning per share to equity shareholder. That's all. We will see some other complicated problems on this chapter, second chapter, particularly in next session. Till that, take care.